I've been examining Krish's phone records, and there are quite a few long calls here between him and someone named Voles. Ah, I see. It seems your last contract may not have been as settled as we thought. Evidently, Krish was the front man for Atlantide, and the one responsible for its predatory expansion practices. The man behind the product and the pitch, however, is Galen Voles. Voles stays out of the spotlight, but quietly pushes Atlantide's absurd medical claims on every front, from dry skin to pancreatic cancer. Apparently, Voles recently moved out to the suburbs to curb the harassment he's been receiving from disgruntled customers and former sales associates. He's also taking advantage of his anonymity to operate an exclusive private practice out of his home, despite having no medical background whatsoever. Perhaps it's time to make a house call, 47.
Hello, and welcome back once again to Hitman 2 and the Bitter Pill special assignment set in Whittleton Creek. And today we will be taking care of the Big Bang Theory challenge, which entails blowing up our target, Galen Voles. You may notice my voice sounds very different today. That's because yesterday my mic broke and I've had to buy a new one, and this one is rather cheap. So for this, all we need to bring with us is our trusty lockpick. We won't be needing anything else. Everything else we do require is on the map.
Your target is Galen Voles, who's just moved into the neighborhood in hopes of establishing an inconspicuous home clinic to peddle Atlantide. Unfortunately for him, not to mention you, he's already received some threatening mail to this new address. The man's on edge, and he's reached out to the local authorities to help him secure his property. You'll need to get past them if you want to take care of Voles. Good luck.
Right, so from the start, off the bat, what we're going to do is make our way once again down Drury Lane towards the Muffin Lady, Helen West's house. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go down past her big pink van here, and once we just get past the van, we're going to hang a quick left, and we're going to crouch down, vault over the fence, and down the basement stairs into the basement. And once down here, we're going to lockpick our way through the basement door. There we go. And we're just going to run into the basement, and we're going to collect the poison that's on the step ladder. That's the egmatic poison, before making our way through the basement, up the basement stairs towards the house. And we're going to lockpick the house door and then close the door behind us. And what we're going to do now is wait for the FBI/CIA/Gardner, who is currently outside. He's going to make his way into the house, as you can see there. And we are going to keep our eye on the guy you can see on instinct directly in front of us, who has just turned to face us. So we are going to wait for him to turn back around so he's facing the other way before we dash across the hallway and into the bathroom after the gardener. So once he's turned around, straight through the door, straight into the bathroom. We're going to grab the gardener and knock him out as soon as we're sure that the other gardener outside isn't looking, because he can sometimes spot you depending on your timing. So once we've got him unconscious, we're going to grab his gun, grab his outfit, and we're going to exit via the window. So now all we have to do is make our way over to Galen's house, and just to avoid that guy once again, my timing is a little bit off here, but normally you can just run straight through the garden, straight over the fence into the next garden, and where there is one more enforcer, as you can see, and straight through this garden. And this time we can only go through the gate, which luckily for us isn't locked. And we're going to make our way down into the basement of this house. And there is a secret tunnel under this house, which we are going to enter into at some point, which should be around about now. So once you enter into the room, the door is immediately on your left. And once through the locked door, you will find yourself with a bookcase. Just pull the book. That will open the trapdoor, and once we can make our way inside, we're going to grab this car bomb that's just on the table around the corner, and we're going to exit the building. Remembering which way you came in. I'm going to go out via the garage because I believe there is a gardener or someone in the garden area wandering around. But I don't want to get spotted by him, so we're going to go out through the garage and we're going to run all the way around back to Galen Vol's house.
Oh yeah.
And once we get to his garden, we're just going to vault the fence and into Galen's basement. So down the side of the house, down the basement stairs. This door isn't locked, so we can just go straight through. And what we're going to do now essentially is take out pretty much everyone in this house. And we're going to start with that guy you just saw on the stairs. So just outside of the basement you'll find a table. On that table you'll find a key card, and that unlocks the server door here. And we're going to just turn off the fuse box there, and that's going to get the guy in the baseball cap's attention. He's going to come downstairs to turn the fuse box back on, and we're going to intercept him before he does. So he should be around here somewhere. I think I caught him going upstairs, so he's going to be a few moments longer than he normally is. But here he comes now. So once he makes it down the stairs and turns the corner, we can just sneak up behind him and render him unconscious. And here we go. And we're going to grab the house key that he drops and his gun, and we're going to grab his body and we're going to hide him in the crate that's just over to the corner of the room. So one down, several more to go. So with this guy now safely tucked up in his chest freezer, we've inadvertently managed to distract ourselves yet another guy. So we're going to wait in the same spot at the bottom of the stairs here. And when this guy comes down, we're just going to do a quick rinse and repeat. And we'll have two of our guys out of the way already. So it's pretty much the exact same spot. Just going to pounce on him, knock him out, grab the key he drops, grab his gun, grab his body, and we're going to take him over to the crate or the chest freezer just behind us over here. So that's them two taken care of. Now our next target will be a police officer who will come and stand at the top of these basement stairs, pretty much where I'm standing right now, and that is the officer in question. So what we're going to do is just stand here at the top of the stairs, and he will come and stand right in front of us with his back to us, and we can proceed to knock him out and drag him down into the basement as well. And then that's essentially everyone on the ground floor taken care of. So he should be just making his way back over to us around about now. Where are you, mate? Come on. Ain't got all day. He's being a bit slow today. When he finally makes his way over it, essentially what we need to do is, like I said, knock out absolutely everyone, including one of the gardeners in the garden as well. But here comes the officer now, so as soon as he's in position, we're just going to pounce on him, knock him out, grab his body and drag him down the stairs. You can leave him on the stairs or drag him right into the basement, and we're going to leave his gun where it is. No one's going to spot that. And right where we knocked him out, we are now going to climb up the drain pipe to the first floor, and we're going to make our way around to the open window where Galen Vols will stand. He comes and stands just on the other side of this window here, and that's where we're going to place our explosive device, so no one will spot that and take that away. So now that our device is in place, we just need to remove our last few remaining police officers in the area, starting with this guy who patrols up and down the hallway. So we're just going to open the door to the hallway. We're going to take a shot at the other side of the room, at the floor, and that will get his attention. And when he comes into the room, as you can see, we're just going to knock him out, close that hallway door, grab his gun, We're going to hide his body in the closet provided, and we're all good to go. So that's mostly everybody taken care of. We've now got about 2 more people to deal with, 3 possibly. The guy at the top of the stairs, he's pretty much easy enough to get. You just walk straight past him and subdue him from behind. Just be aware that Galen Voles and the other police officer will come out of that room at some point. So you need to make sure that they're not due to leave the room when you're knocking out this officer. So that's all of the other officers and everybody else in the house now pacified. So what we now need to do is wait for this room to be vacated by everyone, hopefully. Mr. Voles. Oh, your bodyguard seems to be heading downstairs, which means that the mailman must be imminent, which means we will now have to sit through another conversation, a long one. So we might as well just go and wait in the other room, as this takes quite some time. Luckily, through the miracles of editing, we managed to reduce that time considerably. As you can see, the police officer bodyguard is back in the room, and you may notice that he's taking a drink from a cup off the table. And that is the cup we are going to poison with the poison we picked up from Helen West's house. But to do this, we need the room to be empty. Or at the very least, no one looking in our direction. So as you can see there, Galen Voles does go over to the window as part of his routine. And hopefully after he's finished at that window, he's going to leave the room.
Hey, Green Thumb. Nice job out there.
So once he's nice and safely distant, we can just poison the glass on the table there, and that will eventually poison the bodyguard police officer. He follows Galen Voles around like a hawk, and it's quite difficult to get the two separated. So we've decided to go for the poisonous method. So as you can see, he's just taking a drink now. He's going to get ill. He's going to make his way to the bathroom, and he's going to make his way there via this room. Now there is a slight thing with this house, that most of the doors do not automatically close. So you have to go around closing doors behind you when you're moving from room to room. Which is why I'm stood right here, so that when the guard comes through the door like this, we can close the door behind him, walk up behind the copper, and knock him out. We're going to take his gun, we're going to take his body, and we're going to hide him in the wardrobe with his companion. So that's everybody dealt with now, except possibly the gardener outside, but as we're going to be blowing him up from the outside in, I don't think we need to worry about the gardener. So all we're going to do is make our way into the room, wait for Voles to be at the window, and trigger the explosion.
Target eliminated. Excellent. 47. Time to make your exit.
So once the explosion has happened, we're going to quickly grab his body and hide him in the cupboard here, just so that his body isn't found. And we can now make good our escape. And I'm going to go out the window, off of the ledge here, and straight over the fence opposite. And we're going to run straight over to the JCB you can see there, with the smoke pouring out of it. And the smoke is there because there is a crowbar wedged in it. And we're going to grab that crowbar and make our way over to the manhole cover just by the big hole in the floor. And we're just going to wait for the construction worker to move away before we prise open the manhole and exit the mission. So there you go, that is the Big Bang Theory challenge taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.